Hey, who's in the live stream? Sorry, I'm like doing a tweet. Join? Oh, hey, Nesto. Nesto, do you want to go to Thought Bubble this year again? You could. That would be very nice. Go to Thought Bubble. Interesting. Should be November again. What's up? It should be. This stream idea is the dumbest idea. But I hope it goes well. Well, hopefully this time you can stay. That'd be nice if we could do both days. You and I, on no food. But if you can't, you can't. It would be. I mean, look, I'm doing my best here. I hope you. I wish you wouldn't complain at me. Or like 10. Me too, like. Thank you. That would be good to know. I need this today. Today's work is actually going to be very short. It's going to be very easy because I've constructed it to be easy for me. Hey, game industry's been terrible the last 5 years. I don't even know what city. Hey, occultist, what's up? I need to make a social media post where I pretend to be savvy and good with the internet. By the way, can I just say, Twitter has been broken for me for about 3 months. I haven't talked about this ever public. I was gonna say this really quickly. Twitter has been broken for me for 3 months. The app, despite being updated multiple times, right, will not let me log into certain accounts for no reason using my auto login. Will let me log into other accounts for no reason. I can't tell you what the link is. All I know is it keeps doing this. And like randomly will just log me out. And because Twitter is run by the dumbest man ever, the app, like, so it used to be that you could have an old Twitter app on your phone for a couple of weeks and it would still work, right? And it would work fine. But now, because it's owned by the worst man you've ever met, a literal Nazi, Twitter randomly doesn't work, right? Because the app is slightly too out of date. And the thing is, updating the app every time doesn't always work, and especially when I'm using my older phone, it just literally doesn't work. So what most companies do, they maintain like 4 versions of the app for older phones and other things, just so you can keep using it in case you miss an update. But no, literally, the moment Twitter updates, the old version ceases to have access to Twitter. Which means that if you forget to update your phone app, you just suddenly can't log in. And you have no understanding of why. Or sometimes you're trapped with the login. And if your cache deletes on your phone, then you can't log in. It's legitimately the dumbest thing. And I don't understand why. And if there is no good reason. There is no good reason anyone could give me for, like, because I've missed an update at 2 a.m. being unable to use the thing on my phone. I don't know how else to say this. Anyway. Yeah. He doesn't think it's unnecessary. Look, the guy just... Okay, I want to just tell everyone this. Elon just pumped the value of Twitter because Twitter was bought at $45 billion, right? 44, give or take. Right? The valuation it ended up at from almost everyone but Elon Musk ended at about 12, like $15 billion. That's like an almost three quarters of the value gone into smoke, right? Do you know what he did? He sold. Oh, hey, Miss Misery. I need to DM you again because I need to book you for one of the sessions for this series so that you and I can work together on stream. Also, we'll probably do a recording of something as well for patrons. So if you're up for that, just say it in the chat. I'll remember to DM you. I've been really busy and I'm literally catching up to work right now. But yeah, so what Elon did to pump the value of Twitter was he sold Twitter to his own company XAI for $33 billion so that the valuation of the company goes up because it was sold in market to that. But he sold it to himself for more money than it was worth. No! I'm fucking tired. He sold it to himself. Anyway, yeah, sorry. You've walked into me literally having a meltdown about the internet. It doesn't matter. Don't worry. There will be no further Twitter discussion. I just wanted the world to know this because I feel crazy knowing this alone. Anyway. Okay. I'm literally, guys, give me 20 more seconds and then we'll start. I just need to do like the Instagram post. Because if I don't do the Instagram post, I know a person in my life who will haunt me to the end of my days because I haven't made an Instagram post. I know him. I know what he will do to me and I don't want to deal with it. Also, yeah, he is so stupid. Having to open Instagram literally gives me like the most fatal version of a disease that I could imagine. Okay. Done. Social media done. Today we're gonna start off our stream in a place that we never really go to anymore, but I think we should be here more often. Gang. Oh, also, one last thing before I go in. Patron, there is a video coming your way on how I made my macro keyboard. I think it's a very useful tool because not everyone can afford getting like a loop deck or a stream deck or whatever. So I didn't want to pay for one. So I made one out of a $25 macro keyboard and it's perfect. It's very programmable and I'm making a video for patrons on that as we speak. I've actually been recording it and writing it the last week. So look forward to it. Anyway, back to where I was at. So we're going back to a place we haven't been to in a while. We're going to the forest. This is the only way I can introduce today's conceit. Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of the Webcomics Hub show. Well, today, okay, let me just give you the core conceit. I want to make it really clear for everyone because I know people are going to have their own opinions and thoughts. I would rather not deal with anyone telling me how to do this because I've thought about this for literally months. Okay, so everything in this core conceit, if you have advice, great, but don't treat me like shit. I just want to say this at the beginning of the thing. Anyway, so I have been working in comics in some capacity for like a decade, a little bit less, not very long, but long enough for someone who's basically involved myself very young, kept going until now, right? I am not a good artist. I'm not even a half decent artist. You can see my live streams where I'm learning how to draw because I can't draw. I am a mediocre writer. I know how to write. I know how to write somewhat. I understand the construction and the technicality. And so I can work technically on most of the things in art, but I am not a good writer, right? And I wanted to be clear. Most of my fascination with comics and most of what has made me useful in comics to anybody is that I understand technical rules and I understand how rule sets apply and I understand how systems mesh into other systems. On a practical level, my skill set is shit. I want that to be clear up front. On a practical level, my skill set is terrible. But I'm really good at systems and systems interaction, which is what has kept me going with other people. When I am paired with an actual capable creator, I make good stuff. When I am alone, I make nothing. Okay? That is my curse. So, the whole point of this limited run series, right? It's supposed to be about 12 streams total at most. And over the 12 streams, I will be learning how to make a comic alone. Every single aspect of making a comic. For all intents and purposes, I am a fucking beginner. I cannot draw. I cannot write. You will watch me, and you will watch all the worst parts of making a story. You will watch me go through ideation. You will watch me get to writing a script. You will watch me complete a script. And in the following streams, you watch me do things like character creation, etc. My hope is that I will have artists to help me along the way. And I've contacted some people. Some people have offered to do it, and it's been very helpful. But I just want it to be said ahead of time. If you're a beginner watching this, if you're a pro watching this, whoever the fuck you are watching this, I am shit at this. And so if I can do it, you can do it, one. And if you're considering flipping to AI, understand that I will continue making comics, even though I quite literally, everyone in the stream who watches me regularly knows, I literally hate drawing. Everyone in the stream who watches regularly has watched me draw, and it's not like I'm good, but they've watched me struggle and hate it. So if I hate drawing and I can make a comic, if I hate doing all this work and I can make a comic, then you, a person who is clearly likely more capable, more thoughtful, and will enjoy more of this process than I will, can make anything you want. Okay? Okay. Rules are simple. The conceit is laid out. Everyone understands where we are. We're going to get into the rest of the work. Thank you for being in the Suicide Forest with me. Anyway, me having to explain everything about what I'm doing because I don't want someone to say something stupid to me. I'm so worried about it. Okay. Welcome everybody to today's episode. So I thought I had a story idea I was going to use. I don't. So I'm going to actually have to come up with a story idea from scratch on stream. I want this comic. The goal of this comic is to be about 3 pages. Oh my God, is Miro making me sign up now? I thought we could just, ew. I just need a whiteboard. I just need a whiteboard app. I don't want to use Paint right now. I need a good whiteboard app so I can work. Okay. Sure, whatever, I don't care. AI is literally evil. I'm sorry. While the tool itself has value, the fundamental, I mean, that's a lot. No, the statement AI is evil is a little bit broad in general. Let me give a nuanced take on AI. AI in its current existence is terrible. It is a tool that is made exclusively by people who are trying to figure out a way to eliminate the human from every aspect. And that is one of the worst things that you can do in almost every environment possible. And while a tool is only as good as the people who are using it, the people with the capital to use it are often the single worst, vilest, most horrific people. And if you need that take to understand people's perspective when they call something evil, you don't understand the nuanced conversation that they've been having about it. It's just nuance is irrelevant when you're communicating to an in-group because the in-group understands the nuance implicitly, which is often why nobody gives you the in-group, gives you the nuance. That's literally it. And I will not continue to broach this topic. That is me. Anyway, 12 parts is quite detailed. It's 12 parts at most. I'm hoping I can do it in less than 12 parts. Then doesn't suck at making and writing comics. Wait, oh fuck. Oh my God, I opened the wrong version of my. I didn't. Then doesn't suck at making and writing comics. He just needs a male role model in his life to guide him in the right direction, aka a gay son who likes women. Oh, fucking shut up. Anyway, so here's the core conceit, right? Let's just start somewhere. I want to start with genre. I know genre doesn't matter, but like I think when you're making a story, you want to kind of figure out how much, like what kind of mindset you're gonna have when you're writing, right? So let's pick some genres that we like. Chat, you're allowed to suggest a genre, but I'm thinking here are the genres I'm thinking because I'm thinking about how I have to draw them. So it's also stopping me from picking things. I really don't want to do fantasy because I can't draw. But let's say a Western. That's going to be easy to draw. Um, let's say a Western. That's going to be easy to draw. Let's say like a noir story, some kind of detective thing, right? That's going to be easy to draw. That's going to be pretty easy to draw, actually. I could probably bang out some art for that. Pretty, relatively easy. Let's say romance. Romance is easy to draw. Like I feel like I've upset many people by saying that, but I don't care. Romance is easy to draw. I'm also on Team Noir right now. 3D models for the guns if I go noir. True, right? Blue chair type comics go hard. Yeah, but I'm not funny. Like I think the core problem here is I'm like a half decent funny writer, but like only when I'm speaking. All my comedy is made from my delivery. I can't write things that people think about and then think are funny. It's a whole different skill set. Like I write a lot of the jokes I use on stream and a lot of the jokes I've used before I use on videos. By the way, just so everyone knows, most of my stream jokes I've either like when unless it's a reference, I wrote it. I pre-wrote it. I wrote it months ago as part of like something else. I didn't use it for that thing, and then I used it here. That is literally how I work. So I'm good at writing for my delivery. I'm good at writing things that I can deliver properly. But if I can't write things that people think about that's funny. I don't know if I can blue chair it. I do know that the art style isn't going to be very good. No, let me see. Wait, what's he saying? What's Geek Boy saying? The story is about a cow who's ready for the slaughter, but he's not on the receiving end. Matt, what's happening? Matthew, buddy, friend, old pal, old friend. What is going on? Like, what are you saying? Like, I'm just gonna put that on this because everyone can see your garbage. Okay, Western noir romance. I'm gonna put back the music. Let's say, okay, what about this? What about this? I think that a very easy genre. I think a very easy genre is slice of life, right? So these are like the genres I think I could draw. I think these are all the genres I could draw. Now, I'm thinking for the project. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to leave genre there for a second. I'm going to make a big title that says project. I don't want to waste too much time in ideation. So we're going to really try and speedrun ideation to actually make writing a script. Okay. So, Cowboys and Aliens. That's sci-fi. Excuse me. Fuck off. Let's see. So, let's just do like a quick project definition. Very quick. Right? Over here at the top. If I do 3D, I don't think I could make it with 3D. I think I will die. Okay. So, to create a 2 to 5 page comic on stream alone, all hand drawn for now. Okay, that's our project definition. So for context, by the way, for anyone who's watching what I'm doing, this is how I start literally every project in my life. This skill is not like comic specific. If you think it's good, it would work for you, you can please steal it. It's a useful skill. I think I picked it up from one of my university professors. Anyway, so I'm thinking the genre projects. These are the things I can draw. These are, and the only thing I really like is noir. How many people do I want to draw? All right. I don't want to like make a hard limit, but let's make a soft character limit. I only want like 3. I want it to be 3 total characters. Right? Like I want it to be 3 total characters. Cowboy who's a cow and a boy who's searching for his meaning of his true self in the western streets. There are no streets in the Wild West. That's like the point. It's the open range. It's the far, the far reaches. There's no streets. What the fuck are you saying? Okay, you know what? Maybe Geek Boy is onto something. Maybe Western and Noir are the two genres that we would want, right? Like, Sonic music. Anyway, so like Western and Noir, right? Okay, all right. So Geek Boy, you think Western and Noir? Do we think noir? What's a noir romance? Okay, time to collect research material. It's time to collect research material. I'm gonna Google the word noir romance and just see what comes up. Okay, this is just music. Wait. That's an AI generated video. I'm not watching that.
I seem to worry you, Miss.
Okay. Watch this. Let's figure something. Let's see if we can learn something. Let's see if we can learn something from experiencing someone else's content.
I seem to worry you, Mrs. Palmer. Why?
Why do you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know.
Why?
I sense a third-degree quality in this conversation. Could I be wrong?
Yes, you're wrong. I'm
Oh.
just curious about you, Mr. Blake.
Oh, he's like trying to hit on her.
No, you don't worry me. But it's possible you're beginning to intrigue me.
Oh. Let's wait till we're sure Al isn't coming back.
You made quite a bit out of that remark of mine, didn't you?
Well, I didn't think I made any more out of it than I found there.
I'm afraid you did.
Okay. All right. I got something from that. So, because I know what a noir story is like, and I know what a romance story is like. I've never seen the two things like intertwined. I just wanted to see what it would be like. And I'm seeing from the quick clip we saw, which is not representative of everything, is that like noir romance is going to have like the brusque and like dark tone undertone of a noir story, with the romance being more of like a tango and less of like a I love you, Jenny. I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is. I love you, Jenny. Jenny. Like, am I crazy? Does that make sense? Do we want to do noir romance? I'm thinking noir romance now. Noir romance is really intriguing me. Western is not intriguing me because I don't want to draw cowboy hats. That seems like a lot of handwork to actually get through. The more I think about it, like the more I think about the Western, the more I think about having to draw cowboy hats, and I will not enjoy that. What do y'all think? Chat, people who have more experience with me, because this is supposed to be like 2 to 5 page, right? 2 to 5 page comic about a noir romance seems very easy. You also have to draw horses if it was a Western. Yeah, fuck that. Okay, Western's off the table. Like, now that we've put it all together, Western's off the table. Done. Okay, so not a Western. Noir romance, slice of life. Well, slice of life can't really be in there with these two, can it? How do you slice of life? I would need it to be ongoing for that to even matter. LA Confidential. That's literally You're right. I didn't even think about that. Oh, the plot's gonna have to be simple anyway because of the length. But I think this is our chosen genre. I think this is it. We made it. It's 2 to 5 pages. The only reason that's the limit is because I don't know if I can draw more. If I can draw more and I have enough time, I'll draw more. But right now, I'm not going to overscope. I don't want to overscope this early by saying I want to draw 15 pages. Jessica and Roger Rabbit that's not a noir romance. Fuck off. Why are you just messing with me today? Okay. All right, we have a genre. Let's just like write a plot, like a really quick plot. This is how my brain is going down. Yeah, number of characters 3. I mean, I'm only saying 3 because he's got to be someone he shoots because it's a noir, right? Like someone's got to get shot. This is a noir story. It's got to be a little bit like So 3 is like a good number. 3 is a good number. So what I'm gonna do now. You may disagree with this, by the way. I'm gonna just write a really quick plot summary. And the reason I'm doing a plot summary next For anyone who's like, why the fuck are you doing it? So the thing is, Shuichu, you're not wrong about that being technically quicker, but you're forgetting a very important thing. And I say this to you with all the love in my heart. I can't draw. So there's no such thing as a quick drawing for me. I just kind of deal with it. Like no matter what I draw, it's gonna be hard. So I just have to find something I can do and like move from there. Okay, let's try to plot some. Why wouldn't it let me make the font? Well, anyway, so I want to kind of work through the idea. Um, Janice is that's an awful fucking name already. Anyway, forget it. Whatever. Janice is a detective. Ooh, this is gonna be so generic and so bad. No. Hold on, wait. Popping. I mean, let's let's make something really clear, board enough. I appreciate the truth that to some extent making a comic is a labor of love. And there's a lot of labor, and it's a big labor of love for sure. But a lot of it is a lot of the webtoon and webcomic construction is economically balanced. Like, a lot of it, most of it is like depending on your skill level, obviously going to vary a lot in terms of how well balanced economically it is. But most of it's economic. I don't like saying that. I hate that I have that opinion because it sounds like I'm letting people get away with with treating people badly. But I've I've read too many contracts to freak out anymore as much as I would have probably 5 years ago. Um, okay. Oh, Lux. Three characters: main guy and girl, and twist character for spot. Yeah, that's the goal. I'm just trying to figure out a summary I can work. Um, Denzel's wife has been acting suspicious. She's, he even found another man's shirt in her closet, covered in covered in lipstick. John or Dustin? I refuse to call anyone John. Covered in lipstick. Besides, front both of them in the act. Get his wife. They're not black, by the way. I mean, I don't want them to be because I feel like I'm gonna have to make the wife white for some reason because of the name Denzel. Get win back. No, I look. I fully agree. We're trying to cook Jamo. We're trying to. I fully agree that right now the industry, but like this, okay. The thing is, uh, I'm gonna start calling you Benuff. That's easier in my head. The thing is, Benuff. Right now the indie space has always been shared between people and small teams, and not even just people and small teams, people, small teams, and companies masquerading as small teams. Right? Like that's the industry. That's what it's always been. So it should be paid for my radar. Um, and so like I agree with you. They do raise the standard, but the number one problem I have right now is that most indie artists are trying to compete on visual fidelity. And it's like they have learned literally nothing from the game industry, which is you don't compete on visual fidelity when you're an indie IP. You compete on unique styling. Like you go for a unique visual style um, that like breaks the mold. Like looking different is more important than looking good. Solo Leveling is one of the worst fucking things I've had the misfortune of reading. And quite literally, it looks amazing. But nobody cares about looking good. Like, yeah, people are buying the books, don't get me wrong. But you find a lot of fan apathy in the Solo Leveling community the longer the lifetime goes on. It doesn't function the same way as like the Stardew community goes on when it comes to the art. And that's just because visual uniqueness trumps fidelity. And the problem is artists who refuse to adjust their styles to be more unique are more are trying to fight against visual fidelity. And then they get like fucking hand cramps. And I'm like, you're an idiot. But I don't know how to say that to someone because I understand the impulse to go down that route. I can't even be like a dick about it. When I make one of the reasons I don't publish as many videos as I want to is because I'm always in my head fighting against the idea of a good video that I've kept in there for my whole life. Am I going to print this? I don't know yet, Radar. So, okay. This is the story. Denzel's a hard-boiled detective. And he's noticed using his detective note that his wife has been acting suspicious. Okay, there's our plot. Now, question. Let's get some inspiration. What does a hard-boiled detective look like? You know what's funny? There's a joke in Gintama about the hard-boiled detective. Kuzenigata, I'm sorry, Heiji Kuzenigata. This is the hard-boiled detective in Gintama. I love this character. He's who I was thinking about when I wrote the world hard-boiled. I'm gonna get him. Let's make an inspiration section of the whiteboard. Let's make an inspiration section. Inspiration. These are our inspos, baby. Inspo number one. Inspo number one. I'm gonna just make them a little bit smaller. That's one of our inspos. I'm gonna get a few for the like detective. No, that's the guy from Gintama. This is the hard-boiled detective from Gintama. Have you never seen Gintama? You know, okay, look, okay. Quick thing. I know Gintama is old as fuck, but I don't care what level of artist you are. Everybody needs to go watch Gintama. All of you. Everyone needs to watch Gintama. The whole thing. There's like 500 episodes right now across like 8 seasons. Just watch it. Even if it's out of order, watch it. Okay? Yeah, there is one in Sakamoto Days. It's literally a joke on the Gintama guy. Anyway, go watch it. Trust me. Just trust me. Just stop everything else. Watch it. The first season of Gintama is 200 episodes because they kept renewing it. And they refused to stop renewing the season one. So they just kept making episodes. And then sometimes they wouldn't have enough time to make episodes. There's like so many meta jokes in Gintama that are not just from the writer of the manga, but from the writers of the anime. And then they make jokes about each other. There's a gorilla who sits in a, let me show you. Check it out. In the Gintama anime and manga, this is the author. This is the author of Gintama. He sits in a little monkey wheel and he sits like that. He's just a gorilla. This is, guys, and they animate him so much. Okay? They animate him so much. Like, I want to be understood. Gintama made a movie exist by making a joke about making a movie. They made a joke scene about a hard-hitting, serious movie to talk about the serious story. That there was a joke because they were never serious. And then people like manifested the movie. So now there's like 3 Gintama movies. Because of that. Like, I absolutely fucking love Gintama. I love every story plot line. I love every moment of Gintama. I like finishing it was one of the hardest things I ever had to do. Because I remember just crying at the end. Not even because it was a sad ending. I just didn't want to stop watching it. And I don't say that for a lot, you know? But no, unlike Naruto that literally forced me to finish it, I actually really wanted to get through Gintama. It was fun. Anyway, Hardboiled Detective. Oh, yes. Noir Spider-Man. But I don't want just any Noir Spider-Man. I want the one from Edge of Tomorrow. Not just Tomorrow. Edge of Time? Yeah, I think it's Edge of Time. Yeah, it was Edge of Time I'm thinking of. Yeah. No, Shattered Dimensions. This is the Spider-Man game. Spider-Man Noir and Shattered Dimensions has like a few versions. But I really like that in Shattered Dimensions he's more of a thief, less of a detective. And so I kind of want our guy to like have a little bit of this vibe going on. Said the file type is not accepted. That is cringe and not based. Need this image, please. Fucking go! Oh, it broke. Okay. No! This is the worst day ever. Whatever. Just gonna try and get an image. One of these will work. Are you fucking kidding? Are none of these images supported? I'm actually gonna kill myself. What the fuck? Is it just because it's from the fandom wikia? I don't want to take a screenshot. I am on Firefox. I don't want to take a screenshot. What do you mean? I don't want to take a screenshot. I don't want to do it. You can't make me. My name is Bernie Sanders. You can't make me. I'm just angry right now. Okay. These are our detective inspos. I have one more. I have one more for the detective. Okay. Detective inspo number 3. Just one more thing. Yes. I want this picture of Columbo. Indeed, I am very based in comic build. Why does nobody made a Columbo comic yet? No indie Columbo comic, just called like Bolumbo or something. Like nobody made a Columbo comic just called Bolumbo, you know? Oh, it was huge, but he's a huge guy. He's a larger than life man. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking. I want the lady in the story to be okay. This is gonna be so hard to draw. The more I think about it, fuck. Anyway, I probably won't draw her probably, but here's my thoughts. I want the wife to be fat, and I don't mean this in like a derogatory way. I just mean I want her to be a bigger girl because I feel like when you make a noir story, everyone expects the noir damsel. I don't want that. I want her to be a bigger gal. Like, where do I find pictures of bigger gals that is not creepy and weird fetish content? From my inspo. Helga? I'm gonna Google this. If I get fucking destroyed, like banned off of YouTube, I'm gonna blame you. Google this before I enter it. I do not want to get banned because of you. Encanto's big sister. Okay. All right. Let me start with that. I mean, Hilda. Okay. I mean, she's not a bigger gal. She's just a buff gal. She's a buff gal. I think that's different. Jesus Christ. One of these looks almost naked. But wait. Okay, we're here for art. I'm going to pick the least creepy one because a lot of them look kind of a lot. I I don't know which one to even choose. Okay, this one. Why not? Let's take this one. This one looks the least like copyright. Copyright. Like I'm not gonna get content ID. I know that's thing. Nothing's wrong with that. It's just the way the internet works means that I can get content ID because it's a woman. It's a woman with a body. The internet does not like that. When you have that on your stream. Okay. Um, Interesting character. I mean, I'm gonna go back and use the Encanto girl. It's gonna be so hard being character consistent when I put this together. But I'm gonna try and get her too. And fuck, forgot how to screenshot. You know what, guys? I don't think I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna do all the work of screenshotting. I lied. I did do the work. Don't care what you say to me. You can't tell me how to use my tools. You can't tell me how to use my tools. Okay. What's the thing? Oh, wait. What's that show with the British people that fuck? And they're all like, they always wear like fancy clothes, and all the music is like pop songs but played on violins. I'm currently using a whiteboard app. Anyway, what's the fucking show? What's the show? It's full of British people. They fuck all the time, and like they always go to like balls and shit. No, they fuck all the time. They fuck and they go to balls, and one of them is black. There's a whole family. Bridgerton. Um, what? Why are you guys acting like I'm the crazy one? That's all Bridgerton is. Yes, I was looking for that one lady because she looks good. Like she's so hot. It's crazy. It's actually unimaginable. God bless her. God bless her for gracing our television screens. Bless her for being on television. Finding out that she was secretly Lady Whistledown was actually insane. I figured it out. I think near the end of season one. No, before it even comes out. I figured it out before she like does the thing, but it was something really tipped me off for that, and then I figured out. But either way, it was like a great twist. There is so much fucking in the show. There is so much fucking in. It's not a big secret. It's literally like a known thing by like episode 5 or something. Chill the fuck out. Anyway, there's so much fucking in this show. It's insane. I need to find the bit where she's like older because at the beginning of the show she's like 14 or whatever and she looks like a child. Anyway, here, this image. What's her actual name? Oh, it's Penelope Bridgerton. Penelope Bridgerton. My name is Penelope Bridgerton. Just for the no, D, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna fucking die. I would not. I refuse to be laughed at. Oh, the actress's name is Nicola Coughlin. Okay, Nicola. Nicola. Thank you for being on television. Anyway, I'm gonna add Nicola Coughlin to our. Let's use this. No, I want to use this. I don't know what picture to use. Hey, Fernie, what's up? We're making a character. I don't even know what picture to use. I feel like I don't want to use this because I don't want to draw a fur coat. I don't want to even think about drawing a fur. We are in loving women hours indeed. Well, right now, Fernie, I am trying to do what God intended and create a character. You can watch the beginning bit of the episode, but let's just why would you let me love women? Why is the internet against me and my love of women? The internet is only for the gay elite. That's what it's for. Sorry, the internet being yeah, dude, you have to like write a plot synopsis, then like figure out who your characters are, and then like write a plot. Sorry, I fell down while I was just laughing at the idea of the gay elite. Okay. Okay, so this is our okay, so let me just like do some labels. Um FL, right? ML, right? Um Chump. That's what I'm calling the third character. So here's what I think the chump should look like. Hear me out, right? Hear me out. I'm I'm not even joking, by the way. I think the chump guy should evoke the energy of Silver the Hedgehog. So here's my thought process. Here's my thought process. Silver is a beta cuck, right? Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Well, you see, it's a gamer pad. Not many girls come in here because I get friend zoned so frequently. But that's okay.
I'd like to be in the friend zone. I'd like friends.
It's not as pleasant as you'd think.
They don't
treat you like a friend. They treat you like an item. Sometimes
I wish I could be more than an accessory to these women. Oh, Rafi, we're making the characters for this. I feel like I should just explain nothing to anyone anymore. But anyway, Rafi, so you walked in. We're making a story. Okay, we're making a story, and we're getting inspo for the characters. That's all the male lead inspo. That's all the female lead inspo. And I said to everyone, I think the third character inspo should be from Silver the Hedgehog. So we're watching inspo material. That's what we're doing now. We're gathering inspo. Okay? Thank you. Can I continue my inspiration?
They don't treat you like a friend. They treat you like an item.
Sometimes I wish I could be more than
just an accessory to these women. But unfortunately, as a gamer, I don't get respect.
Well, I'm not a gamer, so maybe they'll respect me.
That just makes you a beta cuck. That's the difference between you and I. Silver the Hedgehog. I'm an alpha gamer.
Where we drop it, boys. Anyway, so that's where Silver the Hedgehog beta cuck. Anyway, let me just Google that. I'm gonna just get this image specifically. 1950s George McFly. Oh wait, let me look that up actually. 1 second. Oh no, I do like George's face. I like George. I think he should be a hero. He feels like a hero to me. I feel like you're just being a meanie. Not gonna lie. I feel like you're being a bit of a meanie. You can be nicer. It's okay. It's okay to be nice to people. Of all the people saying that, it's me, which means you really fucked up. Okay. No, I want I don't want someone who looks a little bit wimpy. They need to have the energy of like I have an idea. So Silver the Hedgehog plus the Wolf of Wall Street. Like, yeah, like Jordan Belfort, like that tiny dick energy that makes you like do this. and like talk to people that way and like have a face like this. Yeah, like this face. Exactly that face. Goodbye, Nesso. Even though you hate me, I'm glad you were here. Like I want him to be this guy. They don't treat you like a friend. They treat you like a guy. The JD Vance face. Okay, wait one second. Actually, let me get a picture of him. I'm gonna just ask one. Okay. That's a treat. Okay, back to what I was doing. um, let's see. Like I think another inspo for this would be like I think like a visual inspo would be like Slash. No, not Slash. I'm thinking of fuck. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of a really. Oh wait, what's the name of the guy who plays Batman? Christian Bale. Christian Bale, but skinny. One second. Let me just get the last inspo picture. Okay. I'll tell you what the story is going to be about in like 20 seconds. As soon as I have my picture of Christian Bale. Okay. So the story idea is written down. I'll show it to you. Here's the project so far. For everyone who has not been here, here's a catch up. Project so far. Project, create 2 to 5 page comic on stream alone, all hand drawn for now. Number of characters total 3. It's a noir romance story. The plot summary is Denzel is a hard boiled detective, and he's noticed using his detective nose that his wife has been acting suspicious lately. He even found another man's shirt in her closet covered in lipstick. He's decided to confront both of them in the act and win back the heart of the love of his life, no matter who. I need to find that. No matter who or what is sacrificed. It's not Denzel Washington, but it can be. I haven't figured out who Denzel's gonna be. I just picked the name. I just don't want a name like John. I don't want a John. A lesbian romance? No, there is no lesbians. There are no gay people in this universe. These are the people for the story. Wingat. No, you're brain rotted. Fucking no. You're actually seek help. Konto, seek help. Okay? Thank you. Oh, did I say her shirt? I meant to say on. No, they found another man's shirt in her closet. Another man's shirt in her closet. Anyway, check this out. So this is the male leads inspo, right? This is the female leads inspo. This is the guy who dies. The guy who she's cheating on him with. I'm thinking these are like just the inspo stuff. I'm gonna leave them there. I'm gonna leave inspiration like here. He dies. Like I'm gonna just spoil the story now. He died. Have I seen Brain Rock Karaoke? My mate discovered it the other night when we were smashed to bits. What the fuck is Brain Rock Karaoke? Okay. Let's take a 2-second break. Let's take a 2-second break. Just a small difference.
Well, you
Brain Rot Karaoke. Pin Heathers. Edge Espresso. Okay, wait, what the fuck is happening? This is gonna get me copyright claimed so hard. I'm so sure. Hold on, wait 1 second. I'm gonna mute the browser so no one's gonna hear it. I will hear it. Okay? But I just don't want to get copyright claimed. GPT bot to make a skibbity crash out too. Cause they watch Family Guy and scroll until their brains die. I'm getting mugged and I need it to mew. Them screaming Zhao Shu saying, what the fuck? The hustle your breast. They take my grants just a buzz. They're mugging the stigma machine. They stand all gibbity scared. The living fiend out of me. It's like get paid. Think my Ohio maxing. So call up Freak Bob, cause it's an alpha wolf's job to always mug with a pack being chilling. I hate the fact that I really like I really like this. My brain is fucked. Like you're saying, calling it low bar, and I'm just like, this is perfect. This is exactly what I'm here for. This is exactly what I'm here for. This is what I live for every day. By the way, you just reminded me of. By the way, I was like, Vsauce, Ohio Rizzler. Okay, here.
Level 5 got Riz, Libby done rizzing up baby Gronk, Ice Spice what the dog doing, Skibbity Toilet in real life only in Ohio, We Go Jim's Creatine Alpha Sigma Cadebor.
Don't you know that baby Gronk was rizzed up by Livy into going to ASU? Baby, I went to LSU. My bad, LSU. I feel like Rafi came into the stream and was like, this guy sounds like a reasonable person. He's probably just very normal and will find all of this to be insane and weird and doesn't understand that I'm fucked beyond belief. You do not understand the levels of gyat I have seen. You don't understand what I have heard in the streets out there, okay? Like you don't know. None of this is even in my age bracket. None of this is even in my generational space. The level of it's not the kids. It's not the kids I teach. I teach high school. For anyone who's here, I teach high school. But it's not the kids. The kids don't even talk about this shit around me. I'm just fucked. Look, for like a week at work, I've just been saying to my oldest students, whenever they do anything good and they just kind of stand there really happy with themselves, I say, stop aura farming, Piccolo. They know that I know that it's recent enough for them to understand. And it's not like it's a recent meme, but just it had a recent resurgence. And I'm just always aware. And they hate it and I hate it. But I love it. Stop aura farming, Piccolo. That's all I need to do. Okay, just one last thing on the break. Farming Beyblade. I didn't show you the last thing that I watched, like literally as I was walking into work. Okay. Like I watched that and I was like, this is really funny. And then somebody made an edit where there. That's it. It fucking ruined me for hours. I thought about this for an entire day straight. Nothing else entered my brain. No, it was very cool. But also, what the fuck? Piccolo, no. Anyway, so that's our plot. Let's pretend I'm back to being serious. The dap up of the Tournament of Powers is unquestionably amazing. It literally is the basics of the art of war. It's if your opponent is of choleric temper, seek to irritate him. Anyway, so let's write the character synopses. The idea. So what I'm thinking of here, and you guys can tell me this is useless, but this is where my brain is thinking. Right? I've got a plot summary. I've got my inspo for what the characters look like. I can need to do a quick description of what each character is in like 3 to 5 bullet points. So that I keep them consistent when I write them. Okay? So, I think this makes sense. And this is probably the last bit of planning. I don't want to be stuck in pre-prod in development hell. I want to move from this quickly. So let's do male lead. Bullet point 1. Not gruff. I want him to be stoic. Oh my god. Why did it not make wide enough there? Stoic. Stoic. Short. Chill about it. Keen sense. Thinks. This is it. Thinks he has a keen sense of direction. Okay? That's M. That's male lead. Done. Female lead. Sonic the Hedgehog is not short. Supposed to, yeah, lots of guys are short but not chill about it. Have you met a man? Ever? Look, I am quite literally average height. Okay? I'm an average height man. Did I spell deduction wrong? Deduct John. I'm an average height man, okay? And so I have met many men who are below average height, and all of them are weak. They cry at literally everything. I don't know what to say. I don't know how else to I am average height. What do you mean? Literally, literally God's chosen, literally God's chosen person. And I'm average height. These are two truths and no lie. I don't know what you guys are getting at right now. The silver cap. I've never been anything but average height, dude. So this is very easy. Female lead. The reason I cry is because you got me to gamble at MCM for model kit accessories for a model kit. I don't even know. I didn't get you to gamble. We all got each other to gamble. Reads hardcore yaoi, but with titles like The Wind. Married. Yeah, you can. Of course you can join the gamble. I mean, I'm gonna be at MCM. I just realized Lux has been messaging me today. I don't know what that's probably about MCM. I haven't read any messages on Discord today. So I should probably go deal with that. But let me see. Reads hardcore yaoi, but with titles like The Wind and the Sea. Married her husband for his looks and accepts he's kind of an idiot. Yeah, anime novels. Quickly, but in that way where incel men think she's flirting with. Okay, easy. Shump. I think this is just an important part of the story. Uh, Celeste, what is confusing you? Tell me. Nothing I've put on the screen is weird. Incel runs a dry cleaning service. Plays League solo queue support mauled whenever people kill him due to poor position. Listens to solo queue league as on support is actually a crime, but sure. This league solo queue as Mundo top. Most people who say things like that are people who know everything they're doing is weird. No. People who are just know what they're doing is normal also say things like that. Like me. Listens to the Ro Jogan experience every morning while brushing his teeth. Is a hugger. Okay, cool. All right. Guys, what do we think so far? I think this is enough planning, right? Well, look at it. Look at that. What do we think? Okay. So let's just do a quick run through. And I want everyone to genuinely criticize me. I'm being so serious. Don't hold back. Don't be fucking nice, you stupid son of a bitch. I don't need you to be fucking nice. If I need someone to be nice to me, I'll go to my girlfriend or my mother. I need you. I mean, that's a lie, but that last one. I need you to be serious, okay? Serious. This is business right now we're talking. So, here's everything. I'm going to go over everything. I'm going to go into the script right after this. I'm going to at least try and make an outline for the script or like a rough template before I go to bed. I didn't talk about that. No, Konto, that's only for the gaming stream. If they want to hear me talk about my personal life, they come to the gaming stream, which we do before every live stream, once a week, on Twitch only, for now. Anyway, so, okay, cool. So project. Create a 2 to 5 page comic on stream alone, all hand drawn. Noir romance comic, okay? This is the plot summary. You can pause and read this for yourself and then play. I'll fix the Twitch latency, by the way. I know there's something wrong there. These are the inputs for everyone looks like. Okay? These are the character synopses that I'm working on. Now, somebody said add more to the male lead one. I think fair enough. But right now, this is what everyone else's looks like. Need to like. And then let's just add some more to the male lead. Regularly likes fedoras, hat, and DOS. Married his wife because he was lonely. It, yeah, the Linux distro. No, his references make complete sense together. They're all manlets on the inside. Married his wife because he was lonely but didn't know. Oh, I forgot to put back the music. Didn't know. Married his wife because he was lonely bad. Down bad. She was a hot piece. Loves her now. Doesn't listen when women speak. Okay, there it is. How about this? How about this? Is this enough? He's not very complex. He's just a man. Oh, one last thing. It says I giggle when I put anything down because I'm always fascinated to know what people are going to say about it. Also, I'm a giggler. We're just men. Just innocent men. Just normal, man. I'm a giggler. It's like the Riddler, but with giggles. Thoughts? Yeah, it's a perfect clip. I see that every week because I follow the Twitter account that posted that every week. Anyway, everybody, thoughts. This is everything. One project file. I'm going to share the board. Oh, wait, I need to take like a. I'm going to export this as a PDF. This is the best I can get. What I'm going to do now, I have a capture of that. I'm going to put the board in chat. Let's see if I can put it in YouTube chat. Everyone can go in and destroy it now if you want. I don't care. I have the image. If you want access to it, I've given everyone access to the board. Do what you want with that. Do nothing. Help me if you want to, but I'm not counting on anyone helping me right now. I have the bit I need. Okay. You want to click on anything? But yeah. I should probably let you edit things. I don't know if it will. But this is the idea so far. What do everyone thought? Everyone think this is a good idea for 2 to 5? Is 5 pages too short? I hope 5 pages is enough for this. I hope it's short enough for it. I don't know. I'm like afraid now that it's going to be too long. It's just a guy. Shut up. I could always revisit it. You're right. But like, I guess I'm worried. I should just worry about that later, you think? Yeah, fair enough. Okay. Oh, we have our plot. He is just a guy. He's just a squirrel. He's just a squirrel. Okay. So, let's go and let's start writing the script. I host my own version of Google Docs. Everyone, think of me as superior to you in every way, in all ways, but physical. I am a bird. Anyway. It very much is going to be script dependent. Stream story. Okay. This is my own instance of Google Docs that I made. I host and make. I host to like do stuff. No Google in my shit, which is what I really wanted. We should probably give the story a name by now, but I still don't have a name. I'm gonna call it Story Noir Romance. You think the name Beautiful Girlfriend? How is it even beautiful? I need to get there. So I need to have like, there's like a really, I need a template for writing this. Oh, you know what? Let's look it up. This is part of the process. Comic writing template. Comic scripting template. There's a few I know about. I know there's the MS Word template. I know there are a few. There's the standardized comic scripting format. Let me look into Steens's. Yeah, this is the SCS. Yeah. Let's look into it. I've seen this before. I think it's a good format, and from what I remember. But I also haven't seen it in literally years. Right? 2022 is when she put it out. So this is when Camilla made it. It was put out. I think it's been edited a little bit since then, clearly. I don't really like this. This is a movie script based version. And I understand why they standardize it like that. So if you don't know, there's a few I know about. Let me show you the other ones I know about. So there's the comic script template, Dark Horse. Dark Horse has their own script format. This is it. Right? Like, this is how they do like page descriptions and panel tracking and all of that stuff. I'm not trying to like overcomplicate this. I'm just trying to. Yeah, I think that's perfectly fine. I'm trying to. So, okay. So if you remember what I said at the beginning of this stream, I'm not very good. And like, as an actual like in-act creative. So what I'm trying to do a little bit of is do the work that a real new creator would do, of trying to figure out like different individual things, right? Like, for example, what do I write with? I just want to make sure that's in the stream, right? A little bit of this is me putting it on because I do have a little bit of knowledge on where to go. But I do want to like also talk about the fact that I don't always know what I think is ideal. So let's look at a few. Let's look at a few more things. This is Fred Van Lente's comic writing format. This is actually very similar to the Marvel one. It's actually very similar to the Marvel one. This is like, there's an image, it really explains it. The idea is title, number, panel descriptions per panel, and then within each description is the happening, right? Like here and here and here. Does that make sense? This is very Marvel. This is James E. Roche's version, which is very much like the SCS, based heavily on film scripts in terms of the general construction, but also a little bit on the Marvel version, Marvel DC version. Big panel description, but also activity, high important description of like behavior, of how people are feeling or what people are thinking about, or like ideas that lended themselves to the panel. This is basically like a meta commentary on the panel, and then dialogue. But the thing is, I'm writing alone. Writing the script really for me is exclusively a process in like doing it for doing it. So there's a few of them. I don't like the SCS because of its over reliance on film structure. I don't like the film. I generally don't like auto formatting on Writer's Duet. Let me look that up. I've never heard of that. Oh, this thing. This is the screenwriting software. So this is why I used to use Final Draft for writing scripts for a really long time. And then I stopped using Final Draft completely. Tried Scrivener, didn't really like Scrivener. And if I'm going to level with you, I'm going to level with you, Sam. I hate writing. No, it's not hate writing. I hate paying for stuff to write with, which is my main annoyance. I don't like paying for stuff to write with. I think it's dumb. This really good webcomic you can use as a reference I found. Oh, is it Gals? Scenarist? Okay. This is a new tool. Writer's Duet is good, by the way. I want to be clear. It's good. It's worth the money. And the money isn't much. Like, no money down pretty much gets you a working, functioning tool. I just wanted to be clear. Zero money on Writer Duet gets you 3 projects. So do look into this if you're looking for something to make with. Let's look at Scenarist. Oh, Final Draft. Is this it? This is a Russian software. Kit Scenarist will be replaced by Story Architect. Interesting. There will be no more Kit. What's Story Architect? That has a pricing. Immediately knew this would be okay. So the idea of this is that there's a pro version that comes with the mind maps, the image galleries, and all of that. And like, I guess this is more involved for like big time people. But even then, it's not bad. Like, this is $150 for a lifetime. Okay. Yeah. No, I'm just curious about the one that is replacing it in their eyes of the developer. But Kit Scenarist is completely free and is pretty big. It's got all the stuff. Interesting tool. Okay, it's got a mind map of how people connect. Kit Scenarist is actually a good looking tool. It has a pro version. It comes with a cloud service, mobile version, and enterprise stuff. Okay, like stuff you don't need. I hope they make this open source when it goes out of business. No, I think that's super fair. Yeah, I think that's reasonable, Dan Ray, to be clear. I think it's a great suggestion. I just love learning about what the production behind it is to an extent. I've seen a vertical Webtoon script. I've seen like one. It's just the Marvel structure. So I wouldn't worry too hard. It's the Marvel DC structure. Like, it's just that. Okay. Kit Scenarist. I will keep this in the back pocket for like a tool to use. You're trying to design Denzel. Why are you trying to design? Okay, fine. Whatever. The Blambot one is the SCS, so that's the one that's based on film script. I'm gonna steal Fred Van Lente's format because this works a lot better for my brain. But I'm gonna inspire it a little bit with some of James Roche's one with the like meta commentary, and this is what we're gonna use. A combination of these two. Let's set up. Let's make it 15-point bold. Okay, so we want to have a panel one. Panel one will be in the same. Panel count will be in the same format as everything else. By the way, if anyone's wondering why I'm doing it this way, like manually setting up, it's because in my mind, I assume a new creative will be trying to experiment, and I think it's just important to kind of show that aspect because I've had to do this work a little bit once or twice, and it's like not that bad the first time. I think it's super reasonable, right? Because these are all tools. You just make sure they work for you, fundamentally. Then dialogue order. That's what the numbers are for. We never. Okay. Whoever put this down, something's wrong with you. Two things, and then. Okay. Yeah, I mean, when you have those auto tools, they're useful. But I prefer doing the work. So right now, I'm trying to think of how we start. I'm gonna make a comment. I'm gonna like put a thing here as well. A little bit of this, by the way, is me figuring out how to organize a page in a way that my brain understands. So forgive me if it's a little bit rough. Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Rooting. Okay. So yeah, I just for anyone who was like, I'm writing now, I would always do that. I figured it would be useful to show on stream, right? Like, just watching someone else do it and like struggle. For anyone who's asking what tool I'm using right now, I'm using OnlyOffice. OnlyOffice is the open source replacement I use for Microsoft Word, and I use the OnlyOffice Docu server. I have like 3 servers in the house. I run a bunch of servers. If you are relatively computer savvy, I recommend you learning how to run 1 or 2 servers, because it can be a great way to add tools to your life that don't cost any money. And there's a tool I'm working on making a tutorial on that creatives would probably really want, which is there's this tool called Omni Tools, which is like like all those image converter, image resizer shit that you always go to this a random website and you go use. Omni Tools is an open source version of all of those in one thing that you can run on a shitty little old laptop you don't use, hook it up to your internet, and have access to it whenever you're at home from anywhere in your house. And so I recommend stuff like that to people, stuff that you should always run. And so that's in the tutorial backlog. I just need to figure out how to make it work for me first, and then I can tell you how to use it. But yeah, I think it's a good creatives deserve tools, because the more tools, the cheaper they are, the less you're giving out your login, happier you are. Omni Tools, Omni-Tools. It's on GitHub, Quanto. You can go start running it, because I think you're going to be fine figuring yourself out. It has a Docker and everything. So anyway, opens detective standing at the window. What's the name of the Venetian blinds? Is that what they're called? Is that what these are called? These blinds? These are called Venetian blinds, right? Okay, cool. The light leaving lines in his face as it crosses. As it blocks slightly. his wife. Loading. Loading. Volvo. 17. Okay, wait, I'm gonna do like a thing. When it's italicized, it's like he's not speaking. Yes, it will come. Peace to be just mine. Okay, and then we hear, okay, so here's the dialogue, right? The guy he opens with like, he's a massive red flag, dude. But he's a man. He doesn't listen to women. He's a massive red flag. Thing is, I'm one of those people who doesn't mind the hyper possession. I just know that this guy is not one of those people who understands why that matters, what the line is, you know? Okay, I'm just doing it, making a gray to like signify whispering, so I remember that. So normal after going out every night, coming, careless. Yeah, you're right. I should make a little thing. I'll put it in the header after I'm done. Let's just see if we can get the page 1 done today. Object to normal after the betraying. After night. Betraying. Okay. So here's panel 3. Here's what I'm thinking. White collared shirt. Stick marks on collar. Chest area. Yeah, I need to switch to Nintendo music. I don't want to get copyright claimed again by some ghoul pretending to be Mr. Nintendo. I'm going to switch to PlayStation 1 music. Why did she have the shirt? Okay. So I'm going to give everyone the big twist here now. You're going to find out the big twist. Ready? It's his shirt. It's his shirt. It's always been his shirt. It's just a shirt he doesn't remember owning or wearing because he stopped wearing it because it was from when they used to date and his wife has just kept it in a box and she never washed it. And so she's trying to get the stains out so they can go on a date again. That's the big twist. It's his shirt. Okay? As I was making and constructing the characters, it just dawned on me that nobody's ever going to cheat on each other. So really, the only way infidelity will occur is because he's a fucking moron and he doesn't remember anything. Okay, like this is the story. But it doesn't help that the dry cleaner is a fucking creep. So like when he meets them and the way the dry cleaner organizes meeting with his wife and trying to learn about what help she needs and all that stuff, he just makes it look suspicious and weird. Because he's a creep, but his wife doesn't care because she's like, he's a weirdo creep and he's unattractive anyway. And she knows that she's the bomb, but she don't give a fuck because she's trying to just make him look good and dress him so she can fuck him. Yes, it could be a Simpson episode. But Marge actually loves Homer. Where was I? Sorry, I got so mad about you guys just asked a very basic question. Why would someone look at me like this guy loves her? Yeah, that's page 1 done. It's not great dialogue, but whatever. I'm just trying to get something through. That's page 1. So the idea of page 1, it would look something like this. So page 1, the idea of page 1 is it looks something like this. So page, this is the panel layout, more or less. You think I'm not using enough page? Think I can add more? Think I can get a little bit more specific? This is the idea. So 1, 2, 3. What does chat think so far of making this story? The construction. I like the simplicity. I'm trying to like minimize panel use. But like I wonder if I'm just not I'm over minimalizing and I'm losing detail and value. Like could I be more detailed? Could I zoom in a little bit more? Could I make his dialogue a little bit tighter? I definitely could make his dialogue tighter. I could really tie in what he's saying and make it a little bit clearer. But right now I'm not so clear on how everything's gonna go. All right, we'll call it good for now. We're almost 2 hours of streaming in, so we'll call it good. And I think that's some good symbolism. Yeah. So I'm gonna continue writing. What I'm gonna do next stream, I'm gonna bring on a guest. This could change during lettering. True, no, you're right, Magic Fire. Just go for it. You need to keep gunning through. I don't have too much time tonight, but so this week I'm going to be kind of working like crazy. From this Friday, I'm going on holiday for about 2 weeks. I'm not traveling. I'm just saying that I'm going to be on a holiday, which means I'll have more time to stream. So from next Saturday. Next Sunday, I'm gonna get a guest on to kind of, I'm gonna try and write some more during the stream. I'm gonna see if I can get a guest on partway through the stream to basically talk me through where I'm at in the writing process by that point, right? I'm hoping I've written 3 pages or 4 pages by next stream, and I won't be writing off stream. So again, a big part of this is everything I do needs to be on stream. The entire creative process needs to be on stream. So you will be watching me do a lot of writing like this. I'm sorry, right? If you want, at any point in the stream, I might want, if you want to like read out stuff with me and like just talk to me about it or tell me your thoughts so far, that's great. I'd love to you to do that. I'm going to be sharing a version of this document every stream on the Discord, discord.webcomicshub.co.uk. A version of the stream will be shared, a version of this document will be shared every stream so that you can all have a copy of it. You can call it shit or good or whatever, I don't care. That's really it. I'm gonna download this as a, should I make it editable? Whatever, I'll download it as a doc. I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna just let me open Discord really quickly. I wanna show it on screen exactly where I'm gonna put it. I think it's always good to kind of show people where your mind is at. So on the Discord server that we're on, we have a channel in the creative space. It's called Comic Criticism. This is our Comic Criticism channel on the Discord, right? I'm literally going to be making, this is my post. This is going to be my official post. You can criticize me. You can tell me to go kill myself. I really don't. I mean, don't say that last one. That's just rude. It also breaks the Discord rules. But you can be really mean to me if you want. I don't care. I'll be sharing the uploaded versions here. And yeah, that's kind of it. Okay. Nen's Noir Romance Stream Comic. This is a full log of me creating a comic from scratch. First post contains my script. Please give me as much feedback as you can. I will not cry. Noirmance is actually a good line. Every day I get closer to streaming with my human face. Because everyone's already seen my face, I think, like once. Should start doing that. Dirty Laundry is actually not a bad name title. That's not a bad title. What the fuck? Not a bad, holy shit. Well, actually, the more I think about it, that's actually a really good title. What the fuck? Okay, cool. Thank you everybody for coming out, being nice to me and being around. It's always fun. I hope every creative feels like they're being heard and seen when someone puts in the level of effort that they normally do. I hope I'm not being a fucking complete dumbass. Please remember to leave comments on the video. Please remember to say hi. I will take every name, everything, and I will always be looking at your responses, feedback, etc. See you guys next week, because I will have time. And there's going to be at most 12 streams of this entire series, and then I'll probably edit it down into something at some point. But other than that, goodbye, everyone. Join the Discord, discord.webcomicshub.co.uk. Remember to leave some comments. Remember to like, share. Like this video on YouTube. Like it, please. I need the stats. Like, share, subscribe. Show this to your friends. I think it's a fun thing to watch another creative work. Yeah, that's it. See ya. You know, I always wonder. Just watch the VOD, Kiki. Also, like the video.